Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to my corner of the world. We are back for some more Absolute Wonder Woman. We are checking out issue number 10, Absolute Wonder Woman Captured. That does not sound too good. Last we left off, Diana went into the labyrinth. She saw these fish people attacking a Minotaur, and like at first glance, you can immediately think, this Minotaur is like going on the loose, just attacking everything and everyone, but that wasn't the case. It turns out that the Minotaur was protecting this girl from these fish people, and the one who runs the labyrinth, I don't remember her name, but they said that it turns out that this woman who runs the labyrinth, she wasn't actually an Amazon. So if she's not an Amazon, who is she? Unless I'm misremembering. I feel like they said she wasn't one, but we'll hop in and find out. Link to the original video will be in the description if you want to check this out on your own. Yeah, let's run this up.
Absolute Wonder Woman must save the siren Petra. But can she save herself? Diana stands ready. The maze corridors are tight around her, but she steps in front of the Minotaur Ferdinand and the siren Petra. Diana glances at the seemingly young girl. She is surprised that the siren does not use her song to merely lay waste to their enemies, but realizes that she may be unable to speak. Reaching into her magic pouch, Diana draws her axe and prepares for a fight. "Don't let them get around us!" Ferdinand rumbles as the fishmen rush forward at the urging of Clea, their queen. Diana meets them, ramming into one and slamming him into the stone walls. Another
These
falls to a
fishmen kind of
slash
look
from her axe,
ethereal.
before another is tossed over her shoulder. The Minotaur joins her, using his massive size and strength to bring more fishmen to the ground. But Clea is shouting at her forces, ordering them to bring up a ballista. "Prepare to fire, you fools!" Clea bellows in anger, but Ferdinand sees the potential attack. He whirls quickly, throwing the fishmen aside, shielding Diana and Petra with his massive frame. The large wooden arrows sail forward as the drawstring is loosened. The projectiles pierce his flesh and bring forth a grunt of pain. Diana moves to help him, but he waves her away. "Go, protect Petra. Get out if you can." Ferdinand rumbles softly. Diana nods and puts a hand to his shoulder. "Do not
Was
give
he
up, my
always
friend.
that big?
I will be back for you.
I
Have
don't remember
faith.
him like
You have the
towering
promise
over
of
them like that
Diana,
before.
Witch of the Wild Isle." Diana whispers. She whirls quickly and lifts Petra into her arms before rushing off into the maze. The fishmen rush forward, pushing Ferdinand's weakened body to the floor. "Bind him for travel, but bring me the siren now. I've waited long enough, and we'll deal with this strange interloper as we do all unwanted things," Clea says as she steps forward. But the fishmen turn to her in fear. Your Majesty, they're gone," one of them tells her.
Then
Anger
run
flashes
after
across
them.
Clea's face as her eyes widen. "Find them and bring them to me. Kill the interloper, but I need the siren alive!" Clea bellows in anger, her words echoing along the labyrinth's corridors. But Diana is already rushing away, Petra tucked in her arms. Before, on the Wild Isle of Hell, the test.
Yeah, I am really curious as to who this Clea person is and Petra. She is a siren. I'm trying to think, like, maybe Clea has like some type of history with the sirens, but nothing like pretty much all of my Greek mythology knowledge is kind of blanking on me right now because I can't remember ever hearing somebody named Clea or Petra for that matter. And I'm sure that they are in Greek mythology. They sound like they would be, but I'm blanking. I am blanking.
Is about to begin.
Who are they?
Cersei prepares her young daughter for battle, tightening the buckles on Diana's armor and helmet as the young Amazon takes her battle axe from the friendly demons that wander the house. Cersei takes one last look at her daughter before pulling her into a hug. Trust in yourself above all things, Diana, and all will be well, Cersei whispers. But Diana smiles and heads towards the door. Don't worry, Mama. I'm not afraid of gods, Diana says over her shoulder. Darkness has fallen over the Wild Isle as Diana steps outside. A fog rolled in from the ocean that surrounds them. Hello? I am Diana of the Wild Isle. Welcome to my home, Diana calls.
This is wild.
The fog parts, and out steps a massive black panther, its face covered in blood. Hello, princess. The black panther says as it begins to circle the young girl. We do not have much, but what we have is yours, Diana explains. But the panther circles her and proclaims that it will take all. It opens its massive jaws, and it moves towards Diana suddenly. But the young Amazon does not move.
She is
Defend yourself, princess! The panther demands. But Diana shakes her head. I will not fight you for no reason, she explains simply. The panther continues to circle, explaining that it will rend her flesh.
All that blood dripping off his face, bro.
I accept it. I can bear it, Diana tells it. Because you are weak, the panther says as it bites down on Diana's arm, forcing her to drop her axe.
Goodness.
Now will you fight? It asks. But Diana shakes her head. The panther growls softly at this defiance. Suddenly, it turns. A turtle has pulled itself from the waters and wandered onto the shore. The panther moves quickly, charging forward as its jaws open wide. But suddenly, Diana's axe falls in the panther's way, protecting the sea creature. He did nothing to you. Leave him be, Diana snaps defiantly. The panther turns
So she won't defend herself, but she'll defend others.
There you are, wild one.
Quality.
I knew I could find you, it tells her. Diana's hand begins to glow with the magic as the panther reaches out and pins the turtle to the ground with its massive paw. That creature is under my protection. You may not harm him, Diana growls. She leaps forward, slamming into the panther, hitting it again and again. She swings her axe, drawing blood from the beast. But the panther is not deterred and charges at the young warrior. Later, the door to
doing this as a child is crazy.
Cersei looks up, but finds no one standing in the entryway. Diana? She calls as she heads outside. The fog begins to swirl and lift, revealing the young girl unconscious on the rocks. Diana, can you hear me? Cersei asks as she lifts the young girl. Diana stirs and smiles at her, the turtle clutched in her arms. Safe. You'd be proud, Mama. I did good. This is Nico, Diana whispers. Once inside their cave, Cersei takes care of her daughter. Tears spill from her eyes as she prays to Hecate by the fire, asking the goddess to spare Diana from the pain of her future. The smoke swirls around the room, solidifying and becoming an image of the goddess. Please, Hecate, she's just a child, Cersei prays. But Hecate drifts forward. Everything we do is to fashion her into a weapon, Hecate reminds Cersei, a smoke hand reaching out, gently stroking Diana's hair. We love the child as we love few things, but do not.
You love the child, yet she gets cast down to be raised in hell from infantry. But you love her. You love her, but you send her to be raised in hell, completely isolated from others, and being the only one of her kind that she knows of. But you love her. I don't want that kind of love.
To be confused by
I
the
do not
reason
want
for
that
her
kind of love.
existence. Hecate says, explaining that Diana was created to be thrown into a system that must be destroyed. But Circe stares down at the sleeping child. If you were trying to make a weapon, why also make her a kind little girl? It's unfathomably cruel, Circe whispers. Hecate swirls around the room, explaining that Diana is a little girl so that others will be dismissive of her, and she will be unseen. She is kind because monsters do not understand kindness, but also she is simply herself. I don't know that any of us could have imagined her this way, this pure, this compassionate, this full of love, Hecate whispers. They will never understand her, and that is an advantage. Have faith and hope, Circe. We are only at the beginning. Hecate whispers before she drifts away with the smoke on the wind. Now, Diana is drawing close to the mark she left on the wall. It's not far, Petra. Hold fast. I'm getting you out, Diana whispers. She arrives at the place she left the door and, using her magic, opens it. Petra, I give you my word. I will not leave here without Ferdinand. May the goddesses protect you, Diana says as she kneels before the young siren and motions her through the door. Petra steps through to the Hieron and collapses to the floor. Steve and the others turn in shock at the young woman, standing over her and pondering her blue skin. Barbara, does she look dry to you? Steve asks. Then get her some water, Steve, Edda whispers quietly. Meanwhile, Diana has begun to move back through the maze, searching for her lost friend, but something is different. Strange flowers have begun to grow. Their perfumes swirl through the air. Before she realizes what is happening, she has breathed the flower's scent deeply. The world begins to shift around her. The walls become almost liquid. Something is moving behind her, and Diana turns to see swirling monsters. Their skin seems to drift and drip. By Hecate, what kind of monsters are you?
More
Diana
like, what kind
whispers.
of trip are you on?
She turns to run. The walls are drifting as liquid around her. The scent making her
walls
confused.
becoming liquid?
She
What
even
kind of trip
forgets
are you
why
on?
she's running. Finally, she comes to a stop in a vast chamber. Well, that worked rather nicely. Seeing you now, I see the truth of you. An Amazon, quite rare, and a prime candidate for the pit, Clea calls from her throne. But Diana isn't going down without a fight. Oh, no you don't, menfish, Diana says lazily as the fishmen begin to surge towards her like a wave. Clea's laughter seems to bubble around the room. They prefer fishmen, actually, she calls. Diana whirls among the bubbly fishmen, throwing punches into them. I'll make note, Diana shouts, her own voice rising and falling like a wave. Finally, Clea waves her hands in annoyance, and Diana notices someone else in the chamber. It's honestly amazing I was able to conquer anything with these minions. Toss in the scientist. The Amazon will go in on her own free will to protect him, Clea calls. The fishmen move quickly, tossing the shouting human into the pit. Diana
Oh my
doesn't
God.
hesitate and leaps over the edge, diving downward and catching the stranger before they can hit the bottom. She lowers him to the ground and realizes that the entire chamber is full of the strange flowers that are affecting her mind. Try not to disturb the flowers too much. We'll go mad, the doctor whispers. But Diana can't help it.
What kind
The
of flowers
perfume
are
fills
these?
the air, making her mind even more loose and floaty than before. Diana reaches for her pouch, trying to get a potion that will help her see. Suddenly, Diana can hear something coming. She turns, trying to focus as the chamber melts around her. But something is coming for her. Something big that carries a hammer and looks almost made of fire.
Oh God.
Who are you? Diana whispers. The creature says something, but its words are lost to the madness that quickly creeps over Diana. And that was the complete story for Absolute Wonder Woman issue number 10 by Kelly Thompson.
I don't know what was in those flowers, but we need to get it out of Diana's system quick. Those things have her on what's basically an acid trip. Like, she needs to come down from that. But things seem to be escalating in this maze, labyrinth, whatever you want to call it. Things are escalating pretty quick. Who is this scientist? I wonder. I don't recall them mentioning a scientist in here before, but I'm curious as to who they are. I'm curious as to who, who Clea and Petra are. There's a lot of questions that I would like answered here, and hopefully in the next issue we will get some answers. Until then, that's going to be it from me. If you enjoyed my reaction to this, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya.